BAE Systems have been a client for about 10 years, largely in the inclusion and diversity space. That got us to the attention of Steve Fogg, who's the MD of Shared Services, who was really keen that his organisation was thoughtful about the issue of mental health, not just to pay lip service to it, but to really engage everyone, regardless of their rank or pay grade, in a subject that affects all of us. So using our methodology, see it, own it, change it, live it, we put together a programme that has now begun to roll out across the entire business.
The challenge was, how can we do something interactive, engaging, smart, memorable, in terms of a programme that people could come to, get a wow factor, but go away with a very clear message.
The aim is just to lift the awareness, get you engaged in the topic, and openly talk about it within a very safe environment.
When we designed the event, we wanted to make sure that we'd got some real-life stories and some practical tool sets and guidance and advice, as well as making it interactive and allow people to sort of open up if they chose to do so.
One of the best things for me about the approach that we've taken is it's not what people expect. The first scene where we tell Jack's story is so powerful for people and everybody gets enthralled.
Don't worry about me, yeah? Yeah, I'm going to bounce back.
I've never been to anything like this before, especially something so interactive.
It felt very real, it felt very genuine, it felt like there was a real desire within the population of people here today to try and be a bit different.
It's different than a training course, and I think this is a lot more immersive. I kind of feel like I'm helping myself, but also mindful of others too.
What would your concerns be if Jack's story was happening where you work?
It was really real, and you were just like, I know something like that, I know someone like that, I've been like that. And I think it's much better than PowerPoints or videos to have human beings in front of you.
How shall I set this conversation up?
People forget they're in a programme. You know, they're there now thinking, hang on, this is like watching something on TV, where people shout at the TV and say this should be different. But they've got an opportunity to shout and change something and learn from it. And I think that's the beauty about using steps and that theatre and drama learning.
He didn't need to know that right now.
No. Right, thank you.
You don't see anybody sat not talking or not getting engaged. You know, there's a story and you feel that you're drawn into the story, which I think people really like. They feel part of it.
I don't know that there has ever been a more appropriate use of our skills and methodology. When you hold up that carefully researched mirror that plays back that picture of what really, really goes on around this subject, you level a room.
I would go to the doctors, but what am I going to say? What, stress? Nah.
I'm really proud to have been part of this programme, and seeing the feedback that we get from employees about the difference it's made to them, and in some instances where they've actually gone out and sought help, is something I'm really, really proud of.
It's been one of the best things about the programme, really, to hear that back in the office and hear people talking about it and talking about what value they got out of it has been fantastic.
Actions do speak louder than words, and you'll remember it on the way home and you'll remember it in the office tomorrow. So yeah, I think it was really, really good.
This programme only works if you take part in it.
I'm usually having to convince leaders that we've got a programme to do. I don't have to do that now. We had 120 people go out there. They'll go off and convince all their colleagues that they need to get on this programme. And, you know, that's the best advert for it. The trade unions have been on this programme. They now want to talk to me about how we sort of get everybody the opportunity to do it. That's 30,000 people.
BAE Systems really seized the day with this and have chosen to create a programme that they are intent on rolling out across the business. And all of this, I think, is hugely transferable. I think for any organisation contemplating this, I would counsel you, don't be intimidated by the topic. Nothing is not an option with this particular subject, in my belief. And waiting for something to happen or for somebody else to take responsibility for having the conversation is not the right way forward.
If we just change one person's attitude in the workplace, if it changes something where someone feels they've now got permission to put their hand up and seek support, then that is excellent, and that's the output I'm looking for.
And you become stronger, more prosperous and more successful as a result. Thank you very much. Thank you.